we had an unfortunate turn of events occur when we got here. And the starter just completely fell out. It just completely fell out, landed on the floor of the trailer. That starter's bad, fell out. So, unfortunately, I had to scratch tonight. I went ahead and restrapped my car down, and my car is unfortunately gonna stay right here tonight on the trailer. It's not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna pull in right here, and actually he's gonna be doing some raking right in front of us. So actually I'll be able to give you guys some actually decent footage, to be honest. I'm gonna sit right here. I might pull in just a little bit, and that's gonna do it. There he comes again, doing another swath. It's going nice and smooth. Actually, there goes a baler right there. That's not our baler. That's not our baler setup, but there goes a tractor with a baler. And so that's the next stage of the process. Well guys, it's 1 o'clock now. We are still here at the South Patch. Dad, I haven't seen Dad in a while. He must be over that way, over that direction. But it just went by on the road. Scott went by with the 4760 with our baler, and he is pulling in down where we were parked for the North Patch. So I'm gonna stand here and we'll be able to see him running when he is right here on the east side. But the baling step is step 2. Well, technically step 3, because you got mow, rake, bale. So this is step 3 of the baling process. I'll kind of walk down the road just a little bit. Get out of the truck for a minute, stretch my legs. Look at this, guys. Scott is starting on the end rows and working his way in. So I'll give you guys some baling footage here. Pretty much what it entails is he just takes the baler, he just follows the line. He follows where Dad raked. He follows the line where we raked, and the baler pretty much eats all that hay up, sends it all into the machine, and then what it does is it just goes and goes and goes, and there's a meter in there, and what it does is it tells you the status of your bale, and you just go, 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 go. You keep on going, and eventually it'll say baler full, and you will have to dump the bale, and what it'll do is it'll open that big door on the back, and it'll flip out, and that bale will just roll out. It's a round baler, so the bale will just roll out, and it's all wrapped up nice and tight. Looks like Dad might be having a problem with the rake. I see him just sitting there up there. I'll kind of walk back up the hill. I just caught a glimpse of him. He's way over there. Must be having a problem. Nope, he's going again. But I don't know how, I guess I don't know the capacity of that baler, but I know it takes a little while to, oh wait, here we go. You see that? He just dumped a bale out. Ta-da! He dumped a bale out. He'll shut the conveyor, he'll shut that door, and he'll go again. That didn't take near as long as I thought. That was awesome. That didn't take near as long as I thought for it to start. And he just shut down. He might be having a problem. But that's pretty much how the baling process goes. I'm hoping here in just a minute I can get some more baling footage, but I at least wanted to make sure that I got him dumping a bale. I don't know if something just happened with the baler. I do not know. But we should be getting pretty close to being done with the raking process entirely on this field. But once Scott gets back going again, I guess I don't know what happened there. But once he gets back going, like I said, he just follows the passes. He sticks he makes it so that he drives right over the grass swaths that we raked, and the baler just eats it all up, and it packs it, And then when the bale is pretty much full, the machine wraps it with the net wrap, wraps it up, gets it nice and wrapped up tight. And then you have to push a button and it opens up that door and that bale comes falling out. And then you leave the bales in the field. And when you're ready to go out, we'll use the loader tractor that's on the rake right now. We'll use it, grab bales, bring them up, set them on the trailer, load them up, and take them out. And they'll go to the farm, and we'll stack them up there so they can start being used for the cows to eat. I see a lot of dust going on. Dad's doing the end rows right now. He's up to the end rows at this point. So, won't be much longer until we are taking the rake back to the shop, and we'll go grab something to eat, take a quick lunch break, let Scott do some baling so he can get ahead on his part of the game, and then we'll get the flatbed trailer and get ready to start taking bales out of the field as he's baling them. But I wanted to show you guys at least one bale getting dumped. Once like I said, when he gets running again, if he ends up dumping some bales on this east side, I'll be able to show you. But I wanted to show you guys the baling process in as much capacity as I can. Every step, so you guys know exactly what's going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back here to the truck, and I'll catch you guys in just a little bit. I just got back to the truck with Miss Sadie, and I'm gonna go ahead and just shut that door again, because right up the hill, coming to the east side of the patch, is Scott with the 4760 with our round baler on. So I have ran both of those tractors. I've ran the 4760 with the feed wagon on it, and I've ran the 7410, which is the one on the rake. I've ran it, driving it to the house to move hay. So I'm hoping maybe here in just a second he'll be able to dump another bale. See, another thing you have to think about with baling, not as much with square bales. You don't have to worry about it with square bales, but with round bales like what we're baling, you want to be careful of where and how you dump them. Because for instance, if he turns around and starts heading back up that hill and that baler's full and he's got to dump a bale, you don't want to just open the door and let it go and it just rolls down the hill and you can't get it. You got to be able to get it to a spot where you can get that bale. You don't want it to roll into the creek. You don't want it to roll into the wash or out of the perimeter or hit a fence and cause damage. So you have to be wary of where you're dumping the bales. You gotta make sure you're dumping them at a place where it can be accessed. Even if that means keep making your bale a little bit smaller and dispensing the bale a little early. This way you know for a fact that it's gonna come out at a spot where it's gonna stay. But here's a good shot. He's gonna back up just a hair so he can make his turn. Oh nope, he's gonna dump the bale right there. Kerplunk. It's gonna roll out a little bit and it's gonna stay. Sweet! Another bale made. And that process continues. He just keeps on going, keeps on trucking, and he'll keep on making bales until it's all done. And eventually then what the field will look like is just an empty grass field with a whole bunch of bales like that in it. So we're gonna keep on working with baling some hay here. Okay guys, here is Scott once again. He's done another round around the field. Pretty much he is doing Dad's process backwards. Dad did the up down, the straightaways first, and then he did the curvy end row. Scott is baling his way in. So what he's gonna do is he's doing the end rows first, and then he will start doing the up and down, just the straights. But the tractor it looks like it's running great. Baler seems like it's running great. So he's just gonna follow that pass, pretty much making sure that that baler stays in the center of the swath so that it picks up all the grass. It picks up every little bit, so it bales it up, and it'll all go towards the hay. Here he goes, he's stopped. He's gonna back up. Maybe he messed up, or unless he's gonna dump. Yep, he's gonna dump. Whip, bonk. And out goes the bale. Just like that. And then he uses the hydraulics and he shuts the baler back up, fires it back up, and he goes again. It's so cool watching it spit out of there. Because then it's in a nice, tightly wrapped bale. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's a nice, tight bale, and it's ready to go to the cows. It's an endless cycle with how farming works. We grow hay to feed the cattle. We raise the cattle. We sell the cattle. It's an endless cycle. I can't imagine a job better than farming. I mean, yeah, it's not the easiest job in the world, and you definitely have more challenging days than others, but there's just something about farming that I've always loved. And it's just great. So I try to take you guys along with me as I learn everything I can about this profession, so that one day I can be on a farm and working and running equipment and doing all this stuff. I wish I could at least be riding in a tractor today, but unfortunately that's not the case, but that's okay. With the way these fields are set up, I'm getting good footage not even being in the tractor, so that's awesome. So he is just cresting that hill over there. And like I said, he just keeps on going. We got 2 bales on this side of the field now. And then I guess he's got that one that he dropped over there. And here's Dad coming up over the hill with the rake, continuing on his end rows mission. So we're just gonna keep on going and see how it goes. Okay guys, like I said, I'm trying to show you guys as much as I can possibly get you of baling. So here comes Scott for the 3rd time. So I've pretty much been filming every time I see him pop that hill, just so I can get as much baling footage as humanly possible for you guys. Because like I said, this is a whole new process that I've never been able to document on this channel. So I want to take you guys along for as much as I can. So he's coming down the hill on the last pass of the end rows. He's got one more pass for the end rows, for the curved lines. There was 3 passes for the end rows, and then it starts going to the straight up and down the hills, straight east and west. So he's actually gonna swing it the other way. Oh nope, he's just catching a bit that he might have missed. I see what he's doing. I saw that pile too. He just ate up a pile that he missed. And that's something you got to pay attention to when you're baling, is make sure you get every bit that you can. Because if it sits out here in the field, it's gonna die. And it goes to waste. Cows can't eat it when it's out here. So, he'll just keep on going. Yep, he's gonna stop. He's gonna back up. Get out of the swath a little bit. Get it to a place where the bale's gonna sit still and drop. See, it just, on a flat ground like that, it'll just roll a little bit and then the inertia stops it and it sits there. But if he were to dump halfway up that hill, forget it. You're losing that bale. So Scott is on the last pass of the end rows for him, for the baling, and then he'll go to the straight down and backs. And Dad is just at the bottom, coming back up the hill for what looks like his last pass, if not his second to last pass on the end rows to finish the raking process. So here Scott goes back up the hill, eating more hay, getting it into the baler. But this process is just so cool. I'm excited that finally we're getting into something that's I can film a whole video's worth in one day. It's a whole new process that I've never documented before. So I'm excited to take you guys along. Hope you guys are enjoying watching this baling video. But yep, Scott's just working his way up the hill on that last end row pass, getting it done. Here in just a second, we should see Dad pop the hill right there by that tower and come down. Looks like there's 2 mower swaths left, which I think that's wide enough. That rake is wide enough to get that into one pile. Looks like, yeah, you can see where he hasn't raked versus where he has, and you can just see it's just the two swaths on the end here that have not been raked yet. And I think one pass of the rake can cover two swaths, so he should be on the last pass. And we'll be getting ready to rock and roll. I will run this pickup out to the truck stop, get something to eat, while Dad is taking the rake back to the shop. And we'll hook onto the flatbed once we're done eating, and we'll get back out here so we can start. Here he comes. Na-na-na. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be the last pass. Here he comes. The rake once again coming dead ahead. And he's covering the outside of the field there. Awesome stuff. So, Dad's just about done raking. Scott's getting started baling. We're having a good time. The weather's cooperating with us. We're getting work done. So, we're gonna get ready to move on. Dad is still going. He came down the hill and he turned and went back, so maybe he had another pass. But here comes Scott down the hill now, starting his down and backs with the 4760 and the round baler. I'm sure he will probably, he's probably gonna try to dump as many on the flat ground as he can. Like I said, you gotta be weary of where you're dumping. Actually, there's Dad over there. So he's still raking, Scott's still baling. He's gonna swing the corner here. And I guess I don't know if he's full or not. Maybe he's not full yet. Looks like he's just gonna jump right back in. Oh, nope, wait. He popped a quick one there. Looks like he might dump. Yeah, 'cause he's not even on a swath. What is he doing? Popping cookies with the tractor here. Like I said, you gotta find the best position to drop your bales, or else you're gonna end up with them rolling around and you're not gonna be able to get them. So he's gonna weave his way around. Probably picking up some remnants of some ones that he wasn't able to get. And then he's gonna jump right back in and get on another line. Maybe he's not full yet. So yep, he's just jumping right back in, getting on another line, and he's gonna keep on going. Because like I said, if he were to unload a bale right now, forget it. It's rolling back down the hill and it'll go right into that creek there. But Dad's coming over the hill again. There's a truck coming too. Dad's coming up over the hill one last time with the rake. So now I'm gonna get in the truck and get ready to move and head out for lunch break. Well, I got fooled again. He ended up having another pass I didn't get to see. He went back around again. But once again, Scott is back down here with the 47. Don't know if he's gonna dump a bale or not, but just in case he does, which he is, ta-da! Got a good look of inside the baler there too. Like I said, I'm just trying to get as much footage of this process as possible so that I learn from it, you learn from it, and we're all entertained. So he's headed back up the hill now with an empty baler, and he's gonna keep on baling. And Dad should be just about done. I'd say, I guess every time I say it's the last pass, it ends up not. So not too much longer until he's done raking, and this will all be ready for baling. So that all Scott has to do is jump from the north patch, come over here to the south patch where we are, and he can keep baling. All right, guys. It is 2:36 to be exact. We got done raking, and I went out to the truck stop, got some food. We came back to the shop. Dad fueled up the 7410, and we got this pickup, my dad's pickup, hooked up to the bale trailer. I'll show you as I'm turning. I'm pulling the big bale trailer We were gonna use the flatbed, but I told Dad I'm more comfortable hauling bales on this thing. So I haven't quite figured out how this is gonna work yet. Because apparently I'm sitting in the truck and I'm hauling the hay, and Dad is using the 7410 and loading me, but I don't know where the bales are going. Well, I know where they're going, but I don't know where they're going. And I don't know how to use the skid loader to get them off the trailer. I've never operated that skid loader, so I can't unload them, and I don't know where to put them, so I don't know where they're going. So I guess I don't understand this part of the, I understand this part of the process, but it's like, I can't unload the bales. He's been making it sound like I'm hauling the bales on my own. Like I'm hauling them over there, and it's like, well, I don't know how to use the skid loader to unload the bales, and I don't know where I'm putting them. So it's like, I can't just sit there with a loaded trailer. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm hauling the bale trailer. We're gonna head back over to the field. Dad's gonna start loading me up with hay, and I guess we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, it's 3 o'clock. We're in the hay field. Here's the west side. These are all the bales from the west side that you guys didn't get to see dropped. There were 2 on top of this big hill that we're loading now, and all the ones that are on my trailer, besides the one that he just put on, were all the ones you guys got to see dumped on the east side. So the east side is completely clear of the bales. You can see Scott's over there baling in the south patch right now. I still don't know where I'm putting these bales. I know where I'm taking them. I'm taking them to the cow farm, but I don't know where I'm going. But Dad's got me loaded now. That's 6 bales on board, so I'll see what he wants me to do here. So here is the north patch. I'm parked right in that waterway where I showed you guys the big piles of where the water sat. I'm right in that waterway where the water, you know, would come down the bottom of the hill. The entrance is right over there, right where I was parked. So I'm pretty much right where I was earlier, showing you guys the big pile of grass where I'm parked. And you can see this is the north patch. This is what it looks like after raking and after baling. So yeah, you can still see some grass down. Obviously the baler can't pick up everything, but it got a good chunk of it, a very vast majority of it. So now it's just a short grass field. We're gonna get the bales off of it. So now at this point, all we can do with this field is wait for the grass to grow again. Honestly, at this point, I have no idea how many bales I have on. I know I got 1 double stack up there. He's still moving some bales around. He's just about to throw another bale on me. So I don't know how many bales I've got. He still hasn't told me where exactly to at the cow farm I'm taking them. I don't know how I'm gonna get unloaded because I don't know how to run the skid loader to unload them myself. And even if I did, I still don't know where I'm putting the bales after they're off my trailer. So, I guess we'll have to find out. All right, guys. Dad is currently taking the first bale off with the JCB skid loader. We are up here north of the cow farm, back behind the house, back behind where all the cows are. Dad's using the JCB. He pulled the first bale off. He ended up coming with me. He ended up driving. But we had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bales on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he pulled that one off. So yep, 9 bales are on this trailer today for the first load. We'll be able to get all the rest of the bales out of the north patch with the next load. He's gonna grab the next bale here. But this is pretty much the final step of the baling hay process. You mow it, then you rake it, then you bale it, you load it up on a trailer, you haul it to where it needs to go, and we leave the bales sit here until we have to feed them to the cows. And then they get put out and the netting gets cut off of them, and then the cows can eat the hay. Okay, we got 8 bales over here. These are all the 8 bales that we've baled up today, and Dad is taking the last one off the trailer right now. So that'll make 9 bales here so far. And just like that, it's off the trailer. The trailer is now empty, ready for another load. That makes 9 bales for our next cutting here. All right. We are back at the north patch, and Dad is grabbing the last bale that is in this north patch of the field. All the other 4 are on the trailer. There were 5 left, so that makes 14 bales total out of this north patch. We had 9 on the first load, and we have 5 left out of this patch. So 14 bales out of this little patch, not bad. There's definitely more than 14 over in the south patch, but we'll get there. He's gonna put that last one on. And this is gonna go all the way to the driver's side on the back. All right, guys, it's now 4 o'clock. I'm in the pickup by myself now, and I'm hauling a load of hay. I think I got 8-9 bales on. The 5 from the north patch, and then I think he put like another 3 or 4 on from the south. And Scott is done baling now. Everything is baled, and so pretty much what our plan is Scott's back at the cow farm now with the 4760 and the baler, because that's where it goes. So he'll be there to unload me with the skid loader so we can get this trailer unloaded. And what Dad said we might do is, if Scott hooks his pickup up to the flatbed and me and him both come for another load and we load up both trailers, we should be able to have everything done and get everything out of the field. So if that's the way it goes, I'll at least have 1 more load, if not 2. But I'm going about 15-20 mile an hour, creeping my way over there. But Scott will be there to unload me. I'll just do the same thing that I did before. I'll park where I parked, where Dad had me park with the last load while he was grabbing the skid loader, and we'll unload. But I'll show you guys my load when I get there. It's a heavy load, so I just want to keep my momentum going. Keep my momentum going. We'll get there and we'll unload. All right, guys. I just got back to the cow farm. Here are the 9 bales that we hauled on the first load that Dad hauled. Those 9 are here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I hauled 9 bales too. So that means we had 5 out of the north patch, and then he put 4 more on from the south patch. So we got another 9 bales on board. I got them here safe and sound. No issues. Pulling a load of hay like this still kind of frightens me. I shouldn't say frightened, but I definitely get nervous because the trailer itself is already wider than the truck, so you have to be careful where you're going even empty. But then the bales are even wider than the trailer, so then you're even wider on your back end. So you just got to be careful. 4-wheel drive is a wonderful thing, trying to get these big bales home. But this is, like I said, here are the 9 bales from the last load. So now all the bales from the north patch are here. Don't know where Scott is. I didn't see the baler in the tractor, but all I can do is sit and wait to be unloaded because I don't know how to run the skid loader, so I can't unload. So I don't know what to do, and I'm not going to break equipment. So all I can really do is sit and wait to be unloaded, and then once I'm empty, I'll run back to the field and get loaded again. But until then, this load is just gonna have to sit here. I might walk down and see if he's even here yet. His pickup was still sitting in the same spot it was last time, so it's not like he was gonna hook up to his trailer and wait for me while I was coming. But I'll leave Sadie in the truck with the AC on. I'll walk down here and see if he's back yet. He might be unhooking the baler and getting hooked back up to the feed wagon or something. I didn't see the tractor though, so maybe I beat him, but I doubt it. So that load's gonna have to sit on the trailer for a minute until Scott can get here and unload me. Well, I'm still waiting for Scott to show up. I have a feeling he probably took the tractor to the shop and fueled it up first. So I figured I'd give you guys an update on the cows that are here at the cow farm. Here are our heifers. Here are the heifers, or should I say, some are heifers and a lot of them now are ex-heifers. The heifer is a female cow who has not had a calf And you can clearly see that there are at least 5 calves in here. I counted 5 just now, but there's probably a few more in the bunch. But some of them did get moved to pasture, not all of them, but some of them did. And everybody else is here. These are all the heifers and now new cows and baby calves that are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calves I'm counting. Come on, guys. And there's our big bull, number 18. There's our big bull. He's still here. Hi, guys. So those are the heifers and new... Yes, I hear you. But those are the heifers and new cows. And, of course, our big bull who has to steal the show. And so those are the heifers and calves and new cows, the moms that aren't at pasture. And I guess I'll show you the south lot, which if you guys watched the videos a while back called Working the Steers and Heifers, I think is what I called it. It was back in February when we sorted our wild steers and heifers. Pretty much all the steers and the heifers that were open, meaning they were not pregnant, got moved to the south lot. We had trailers and tractors and everything lined up and made a makeshift chute system here between that shed where the chute is and this gate here to make a makeshift corral so that the steers could run right through. And here are the steers and heifers now, and they are getting very, very close to selling day, getting sent to market. They are pretty much fat cattle at this point. They are not the smaller steers and heifers anymore. I mean, they're still steers and heifers, but they're definitely way bigger. They're big cows. They're big. They're all hunched up in the corner there, but they're getting big. They're doing good. I guess I don't know when, but I thought I heard sometime this month they were gonna get sent to the sale barn. But before we do that, we had talked about possibly doing it today, but I don't know if that'll be today now or if we're just gonna wait till tomorrow or what. But we have to grab our cattle pot trailer, our livestock hauler, which is sitting down at our hog barn. We always leave it parked there. And we have to bring it to the shop because we had a heifer kick out the door. So that back door doesn't shut right. So we have to put it in the shop and work on that back door to get it to shut correctly so that we can get all these guys on the trailer and sent to the sale barn. But figured I would show you guys what we're feeding this hay to. I showed you guys where the hay comes from, what we do to get the hay out of the field, and now I just showed you the cows, which is who the hay goes to. And it feeds the cows, which feeds the world. It's another way that farmers just help feed the world, keep the world alive. It's part of the job. It's awesome. But yeah, I do not see the 47. I don't see it yet. So that's why I think maybe he took it to the shop and fueled it up. And then he's going to bring it here from the shop. But like I said, no matter where he's at, I can't unload until somebody's here to unload me. So, for now, I get to chill. I get to just chill out and sit and wait. So I'm just going to wait. Like I said, I figured I'd give you guys an update on the cattle, show you guys how they're doing. It's been a long time since you guys have seen the cows. I'll kind of come up here and show you another look at the fat cattle. Hi guys. You guys want to start moving a little bit? Do a little bit of a roll call? Yeah, you guys are like, what is going on? You're a curious 76. Is that a 6 or a 5? That's a 6. 76. You're a curious one. But these are the fat cattle. Looks like my favorite cow, who I call Dalmatian due to the way his face looks, is acting like a bull and kicking dirt up on himself, kind of as a natural fly repellent. He kicks dirt up on himself. That dust goes on there to help repel flies. And he's acting tough, thinks he's a bull. He thinks he's a bull. Not anymore, you're not. But these are all the fat cattle. So, like I said, I thought I'd give you guys an update on them to show the final step of the hay baling process is who it goes to. That's the whole journey of the hay. Goes from being in the field to being mowed, to being raked, to being baled, to being loaded, to being hauled, and then to being fed to the cattle as needed. That's the life cycle of a hay bale. That's how the process works. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the hay process. But I'm just gonna sit and wait. There's nothing I can do. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to hop in the skid loader and try to figure it out because I don't want to break something. So I'm just gonna sit and wait to be unloaded. So I'm gonna wait and I'll catch you guys in just a little bit. Well, I told you I wasn't gonna figure it out, but I think I figured it out. I fired it up and there's a parking brake button. So you push that to disengage your parking brake. This side is your forward and back and your side to side. So if I do this, I turn this way. If I do this, I turn this way. If I go back, I go back. And if I go forward, I go forward, right? So this controls all my directions, and this controls my boom here. If I go back, it goes up. If I go up, it goes down. If I go to the right, it tilts my forks down. And if I go to the left, it tilts my forks up. And then this toggle switch here extends my boom out and in. So I think I'm gonna try to figure this out here. So I need to tip my forks down. Tip my forks down some more. Because I have not seen the tractor yet, so I'm gonna try to figure this out like a big boy. So, best thing to do is get center with your bale, bring it down a little bit, and you tilt my forks down just a touch, and then I'll go in. All you do is just stab the bale. You go all the way through, just like this, just like that. Then all I do is I tilt the forks up and I bring up the bale. Oh dear. Problem is with the skid loader you will have some counterbalance, so I don't want to go too hard. See, now the bale's off, and then I'm just gonna slowly back up. I'm doing it. Then when I'm clear of the trailer, I'll come to a stop. I'll bring my bale down nice and gentle. I think I need to go back just a little more. Sweet! I'm operating the skid loader, guys. I'm figuring it out. I think I'm gonna try to get myself unloaded. Just like that, I unloaded my own bale trailer. Never before I've started the skid loader before, but I've never ran it. I jumped in it and figured it out. And I'll just kind of park it up here where it was. Make it look like I was never even here. Look at that! I did it! Oh my gosh! And it's already in park. That's what this does. So then I push this and it turns it off. I'll push it again, pull my handle up, shut my window, and okay. I just ran the skid loader, guys. I'll put this handle up so I can get out. And we are good to go, guys. Oh. Well, I didn't break anything. I ran the JCB, I unloaded my bale trailer, and now I can get back to the field. All right, guys. We are back once again in the south patch. We have 10 bales remaining. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put another 9 bales on this trailer, and then the last bale, Dad will just carry with him on the forks of the tractor. I'll haul the hay, I'll haul the 9 bales with this rig, and then Dad will just carry that one last bale with him. We'll unload, and that'll be it for all the bales. All the bales are out of the north patch. This is what's left of the south patch. So we're still loading those last 10 bales, but we had, on my way back, after I unloaded that load by myself with the skid loader, I had just left the farm, and I was on my way back when Dad called me, and he was like, "Where are you at?" And I says, "I'm just now leaving." I says, "I just figured it out and I unloaded myself." But then Dad drove when I got back, we put 9 bales, Dad put 9 bales on, and then he drove and I just rode, and we took 9 bales back, unloaded, and then now we're back getting the last 10. So there were 4 bales from this field on the first load. The other 5 were from the north patch. And then that's the first load we did by myself. I think that was the load where I did it by myself. Then we came back, loaded those 9, so that'd be 14. No, that'd be 13, sorry. And then 10, so that's 23 bales from this patch, which there were 14 in total on the north patch. This patch was a little bigger, so yeah, 23 sounds about right. So yeah, that's awesome. So 23 and 14, 23 and 10 is 33. So 37 bales we got out of this patch, this whole field in general. So not bad. I like that. I don't know how much they've gotten in previous cuttings and in previous years with maybe with better rain conditions, but 37 bales I don't think is too bad. But we're gonna go ahead and get loaded. I'm gonna haul this hay back. We're gonna get it unloaded, drop this trailer, and head back to the shop, guys, and we'll see what else happens. All right, guys, it's about 10 o'clock at night now. I'm just about ready to shut down for the night. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Seeing a whole new process that I've never seen in person before. The baling process, starting with the raking, and then going into the baling, and then loading the bales, moving the bales, and then we even unexpectedly got the opportunity to unload the bales ourselves. I just jumped in and did it so we could keep the train rolling, so nobody was sitting around waiting. It's always go, go, go on the farm, so I wanted to make sure it stayed that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and of course the video started with our little dilemma with the car that we got fixed, so it's ready to run once again. So I hope you guys enjoyed that part too. Hope you guys enjoyed the whole video. If you guys did, make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Spread the word of the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.